Okay, so we are recording now, and welcome to those of you that have joined us live, and also for those that are going to be joining us on replay. Happy June. I'm glad that it's a new month. It's always good when you transition into a new space, a new time, new season, because it gives all of us an opportunity to start afresh, okay? And so I am saying that that June is going to be jubilant. We should be having fun, bar none, no exceptions when it comes to our business, because if you're not having fun, then it's going to become laborious for you, and it's not going to be all that the business can be for you. And one of the things that I said in my introduction to everybody as we are launching off the month, a brand new month, is that a conversation with us, you, should be a game changer for an individual that you are coming in contact with, whether you are helping her with her skin care, whether you're helping her with her brows or her color cosmetics, matching the right foundation, whether it's helping her with her image and finding the right colors for her wardrobe. A conversation with us should really be something that a person leaves you feeling that her life and what she is about to do has changed the trajectory of what she's getting ready to do. And if we know our products, and if we're confident in what we are promoting and what we are marketing, everyone that you have a conversation with is going to feel like you've changed their lives. And if you can't say, yeah, that's right, then there's something that we need to chat about, okay? Because most of any challenges that any of you may be having with getting clients, keeping clients, keeping your clients coming back to you for more, if that's not happening, it really is going to boil down to just a couple of things. And one is lack of communication, or two, an experience that was not one that made her feel good. And we've always said that, if a person likes you, they'll listen to you. And if they trust you, they'll become your client. And that is probably the most phenomenal and, true words that ring with us in the business that we're in. So tonight, we're going to go through several things. You've seen what's on sale. We've got some of our best-selling skincare products that are on sale for consultants for the month of June. And so we're excited about that. And then also we have our new oil-free moisturizer. So, we're focusing on summer skincare because it is starting to get warmer. No matter where you are in the country, the temperatures are starting to rise, even though they are fluctuating back and forth. You wouldn't have known that it was summer this past weekend. I know I was in New York, and it was like 40 some degrees. I mean, it was crazy and raining. And but today it's back in the 70s and it's supposed to be there. So no matter what, we are headed into summer, and there are things that will happen to a typical person's skin with the heat that we need to be prepared to be able to guide them through and to help them with. So it is true that a conversation with you will change the way a person's skin looks and feels when we are guiding them correctly. So we're excited about that. So one of the things that I think that everybody has been waiting, for it to come, and is finally here. I will say this to you because I always look around to see what I see before I come on to do training. And I noticed that the Floyd Roberts version of this is not up on colormedirect.biz, nor is it on the Floyd Roberts website. So I sent an email to ask why, and I'm sure that will get fixed sometime by tomorrow. But nonetheless, it matters not whether Floyd is up or not right now. What's important is that you've got one of two of the same formula, just positioning it differently in terms of the packaging as well as the name of the product. They are both the same identical formula, nothing different except the way that the wrap label looks in terms of the way that we're positioning the product, the color of the carton that it's in, and the name of the product. So tonight, you know, we're going to talk about the Daily Dew, which is the Oil Free Gel Moisturizer in and under the FR and Arpel brand. Now, what makes this product unique, first of all, Jaquel asked the right question in that, is this a replacement for the blue moisturizer or the oil-free moisturizer that was marketed under the name Daily Defense? It is, with the exception of that this particular formula does not have the SPF in it. So you can't say it's a direct substitution, but it is the replacement for at least 75% of what the Daily Defense represented, but it does not have the SPF 15. We are working on getting a separate sunblock. Just so you know, in case someone is asking you, well, why? You know, why did you guys get rid of that? That was a great product. Well, the manufacturing, the lab, one of the key ingredients that was in the product got discontinued by the manufacturer of that ingredient. And so without that ingredient, this lab decided they were not going to go forward with making that particular product or the Daily Defense Light, because both of those formulas had the ingredient that had been now discontinued and no longer made by anybody that they would be able to find that would make sense in terms of them purchasing it and then trying to go back and reformulate it and put it on stability testing. So when you see us make a change or discontinue something, it's not always because the product wasn't a good seller. There are other variables, and we don't always come out and you know, tell everything down to the nitty gritty. But you know, for those that have asked why, that is the answer to the question. And so we had no other choice but then to look to see how we would be able to replace those two products and be able to make it where it was affordable for us to be able to have it made and also affordable to be able to resell to you. So hence we're having to split up the SPF and the moisturizer. And it was more important from our perspective to get the oil-free moisturizer gap filled immediately and continue to work, because we ideally, yeah, it would have been great if we would have been able to get the oil-free side, the lightweight side, all of that we needed, and had the SPF 30 in it, because SPF 15 really is old news. And that used to be the bare minimum, but now the bare minimum is 30. Okay. And if you go and you talk to anybody in the skincare field, that's what they're going to tell you. So hence what we've decided to do is to get the oil-free, and gels are big today. You'll see a lot of companies. Clinique has a gel. There's a lot of companies that have decided to use gel as the base formula for different moisturizers. And then also what is unique about this product, but yet something that is, you know, certainly on the market, is that we are using a dropper as the delivery, okay, which allows a person to control the amount that they are actually applying onto the skin, and will help the client and you to be able to conserve your products for a much longer period of time. So really, when you think about it, you don't really need, you know, so I'm going to empty out the dropper, okay, and basically just one little absorption of it, or, you know, squeezing of the tube will be enough to put on the skin. And what you can expect when you put this product on is that it's going to feel silky and smooth, not like silicone, but it's going to absorb very quickly. and leave the skin feeling smooth, soft, and with no residue left on the skin, okay? And what's great about this product is that it's got citric acid in it, which of course, you've got your lemon and your grapefruit and different fruit acids that make up that citrus compound. But the key ingredient in here really is the hyaluronic acid. And, for those of you that are watching your competition and seeing what's happening in the skincare arena, hyaluronic acid is talked about everywhere, whether it's mass market, whether it's prestige, whether it is, your really high end, $300 bottle kinds of products. Hyaluronic acid is certainly on the tips of the tongues of the skincare professionals, estheticians, and so forth. And so this product, so basically you're talking about three key, so this ingredient deck is very short because it really is not, it's not packed with a lot of different ingredients, but the ingredients are key. So you've got there's also seaweed extract in here. Now, I heard someone saying today that was saying that they had like shellfish allergies or something, and that if you got shellfish allergies, that sometimes seaweed can fall into that, that person could have some sensitivities to that. But what I can tell you for sure is that this product does what it says it's going to do. It's going to be, it certainly is, you know that you're not getting, there's no oil in here. It's completely oil free. The gel just gives you a nice slip, but that slip goes away very quickly, and it's really only for the benefit of you having the time to be able to have it to fully absorb into the skin. And it is, it is going to hydrate the skin and also help all of the products that go on after it, okay, to be able to work better, because of course the hyaluronic acid is always, you know this, that it's considered a moisture magnet. So it helps to make all of the products that you are putting on the skin work, because it's sucking it in so that it's not, the product is coming down into the subcutaneous tissues that are underneath the skin. So Daily Dew is the name of this particular formula. And then with Flori, I just wanted to call it what it was. So no special names like do that or Daily Dew or anything else, just call Oil Free Gel Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid. It just speaks to the core of what the product is. And you will see also here, the Daily Dew doesn't really talk about the hyaluronic acid on the folding carton, but you will see it certainly in the ingredients as well as on the back of the product. And this product should be applied on the face and the neck, okay? And it should be used, it's really, I see it more as it's a daytime moisturizer. And who can use it? It's going to be best suited for your oily combination skins. But at the end of the day, everybody could use it, because, in the world of using serums and anti-aging products, there are certainly a lot of other products that could be used in conjunction with this that would not cause the person to feel like they needed to have any more hydration than what they would be getting from the combination of their serums as well as the moisturizer. So welcome to the world of Adrienne Arpel and Floyd Roberts in its introduction of the Oil Free Gel Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, marketed under the name Daily Dew for Adrienne Arpel and under the name Oil Free Gel Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid under the Floyd Roberts brand. They both sell for $30 retail, and this product will last. I don't see it lasting any less time, than the original, the daily defense that we had, except if the person ends up, taking the dropper and filling it up and then feeling the need to be able to use the entire dropper full of product, which will certainly be in excess of what she needs to use. Okay. Any questions on this? No?
I have a question, Sharon. It's yours.
Hey, Yarosel.
Is this product going to be in any of the starter kits?
Well, it's probably too early to tell at this point,
Okay.
although it could replace something. What's in the kits now, so it could go into the kits. The kits that we had before, we had the Daily Defense Oil Free and the Light, and when they went away, we ended up kind of shuffling things around. So we haven't gotten to that point yet, only because the product is only 2 days old in the life of our brands. So, but it very well could be. My only concern would be the glass, but anyway, so yeah, it could, but it's not, there have been no strides in that direction at this point.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But I think you're asking because you can see that it would be a good move to put it in there.
Yeah. So my plan is to kind of do an event, a recruiting event, but I want a person to be able to get a kit and be able to have a full skincare regime. So right now, if they got an Adrian Arpel kit, there's not a moisturizer in it, but I'm not worried about that, because what I'll do is, because I do want to move forward with what I want to do, I'm just going to buy like 10 of them and I'm just going to give it to them when they join.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so we'll, just thinking ahead, but I just see it as completing that kit, because right now you get, the vitamin C capsules, you get the microdermabrasion cleanser, you get everything, but you don't, in that particular kit, you don't get a moisturizer, but in Flora you get my everything cream.
Right,
but
right.
I'm just gonna buy them.
No doubt that that there is there's room to be able to make sure that we fill any gaps that that were left by not having an oil-free moisturizer in inventory. So that's a good call. So we'll look into that as soon as possible.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I still have a plan, so it'll be fine.
That sounds good. Cheryl, you had your hand raised. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Okay, great. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you by chance know the percentage of hyaluronic acid that's in this formula?
I don't. But I can find out. Where it's. So anyway, rather than guess, let me get that information and I will forward it, because there's no way we're in here that it gives me the actual percentages.
Yeah, I'm just trying to compare it with a product that one of my clients is using that, and I'm going to see her in a couple days, and I already ordered this, so I'm just excited because she's always buying something that is better than this or better than that.
Right,
so
I see.
I just want to be able to tell her how much is in there, or
so
just, I'm going to let her try it.
What I will do is I will find out what the percentage is, and we'll get something sent out and posted on our social media page to answer that question for you. So I will owe that to you.
Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions? So we've got the request to get it into the starter kit, and also the percentage of the hyaluronic acid. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Let me just see. I think there may be some other chats. Let me just see the dropper should keep the product free from contamination too. Yes, absolutely. And good news, good news. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. So, so anyway, like I said, you should see the Flori version show up on the website by tomorrow. And like I said, and matter of fact, I pulled one from the warehouse, and then somebody came in my office and got excited about it and took it off my desk, and then I walked out and forgot it. But the packaging, of course, Flori's packaging has gold accents, so the box is white with gold. And then the bottle is identical, but of course the label is going to be white with gold and the name of the brand on it. So the structure of it, the footprint of it is identical to this, just with with the marketing twist to it. Okay, so so that's it. I mean, and I'm excited about it, and I think that when we get the SPF 30 in, then we'll be a lot more complete, because right now, and for those of you that haven't figured it out yet, the best thing that you can do right now is to use the interface version of, which is called Facial Security Moisturizer, because that is the last SPF product that we have remaining in our inventory. And for those of you that don't know, I mean, the Interface brand basically has gone away. It's just that we're selling through on what we have, but when everything is gone, including the SPF 15, then it will not return back. Interface is done now. Okay, so, and everything that we have planned to move from Interface into Floyd Roberts has already been done. So just know that. And one of the things that I think is good for everybody to know, there's so much, because I think, Jaquel, I saw where you had asked a question about the one of the products. I think it was the eyeliner or the brow pencil, and whether it was waterproof. And know that every single product, even products that we've discontinued, we have a more extensive training sheet that you can access on InsideColorMe.com. If you go to InsideColorMe.com and click on training, and then you'll see drop-down menus. We've got the training manual, and we've updated it for the most part, to try to make it current today, because today we're not doing beauty hours and all those kinds of things. So we've tried to go through and make sure that all language relating to that is kind of gone, until we come back and figure out another way to be able to do group selling and figure if there's a different name that we market it under, or whatever. But the thing is that if you ever have any questions, it's best in terms of, if you're looking for specific information about what the features and the benefits are of a product, go to Inside Color Me and look for the product training sheets. Don't look for, because if you look in the manual, like in the product training manuals, those training, that information is very condensed, because we are space limited. We're not trying to make a training manual be 100 pages thick. So we do it, we give you good information. The basic features and benefits are there, but what we expound upon on the training sheets that are under that category is on the ingredients. Okay, we'll end up expanding on more ingredients. They still key, but if you go in the training manual, it's going to be a shorter list. We'll pull out the real key, but then in the product training sheets, we're going to give you a little bit more detailed information for those of you who need to know. So to answer your question, Jaquel, if you go and you pull that information, it should show you, because both the brow pencil and the eye pencils are waterproof. So I'm surprised that that's not referenced on the website. Did you find it?
I have it right here. This is just the 2019 one from last year, but I looked online at the most recent, I downloaded the most recent one and it still says it's waterproof.
Okay,
So,
all right, good. So
thank
yeah,
you.
so anything like anything that's gonna, if it's oil free or if it's waterproof, key features about a product like that are generally gonna be everywhere, okay? But what we will do in the on the product training sheets is that we're going to go deeper into the ingredients and make sure that we pull out all of the ones, although you have to you have to pick and choose in terms of which ones you are going to talk about to the customer, because there's a thing called overload. You can give the customer too much information to the point where they're completely confused. So it's better for you to, get acquainted with the products that you're going to be promoting and pick out the key things that really are going to kind of tickle the ears of anybody that's listening and pull out key ingredients that are kind of top buzzwords in the marketplace, okay? So hyaluronic acid is, vitamin C is, vitamin A is, vitamin E is, then everything else is really more subjective. But at any rate, in terms of, so for the month of June, we are focusing on, and we want you and everybody to get really strong in terms of how you are promoting and marketing your skincare. Because at the end of the day, one thing that COVID has done is, it has caused men and women alike, so this is not gender specific, to really look at how they can improve their look, because the camera, being on Zoom, being on Duo, being on Microsoft Teams, being on all these different platforms, WhatsApp, excuse me, has brought to their attention things that they maybe have wanted to improve upon. So, this is the time to, yes, women are going to, continue to want to wear the foundations to conceal and concealers and all that. But at the end of the day, we are really, it's incumbent upon us to get people hooked on our skincare, because skincare has a much higher use up rate because people are using it twice a day. And so in terms of having a repeat client that is coming to you and that's going to be loyal, you're going to have a person that is not going to stop with the product as long as the product is doing what it's supposed to do for them, which I'm sure that it will. So what's on sale for the month of June? We got several of our top selling products. One of them, which is the Underglow, the No Makeup Magic. And this is a product that you have to try it and have it, and use it to be able to see the benefits of everything that it does. This too has hyaluronic acid in it. So this is one of those products that it's a multitasker. So in addition to it being light diffusing and helping to hide imperfections, is also a treatment. So this can serve as a primer. It can serve as a serum to be used on the skin, because it has treatment properties in it, in addition to really helping the skin just have a natural glow with or without makeup. Okay. And so this is one of the, and when we talk about products being on sale for the month, and when we announce it, this particular sale is unique to colormedirect.biz. Now, we still may have, marketing may decide that they are still going to put any one of these products, or maybe even all of them, on sale for the benefit of the customer, our end user. And we can decide, because when you're buying on the colormedirect.biz, in addition to the 10%, of course, you're going to be able to get your consultant discount. And remember that the basic rule of thumb is that if you're not doing at least a $300 retail order on colormedirect.biz, you really are better off going to the brand site and shopping, because anything under 40%, you can get 35% pretty much every day of the week. At some point in time, there's going to be a promo code that would be available to you to be able to use. Okay, so just remember that. And one of the things that we're going to do tonight, because like I said, a conversation with you should warrant a customer really feeling like they've had a light switch turned on. Okay, so I want to be able to hear from you in terms of what you would say to a new client or an existing client that perhaps has not tried your skincare. What would you say to them to get them excited about some of these products? So I'm going to be asking you those kinds of questions. And so it looks like Ann jumped off. Beth, are you able to speak?
I'm here.
Okay, so Beth, what would you say to a individual to get them excited about trying the Underglow?
Are you talking to Beth Garrett?
I am.
Oh, this is probably one of my #1 selling products. I sell this stuff like hotcakes.
Okay, and there has to be a reason why.
So my target audience is usually like 50 and above, and
50
usually
and above.
yeah, 50 and above. And when I sit down, when they're sitting in front of me on my stool or on a chair in front of me, I usually, when I'm starting to, especially with the foundation, now I use the Velvet Primer. And what I do with the Underglow is I'll say, well, as I'm talking to them, I'll say, how as we age, we start losing our youthful glow. Well, this is a really nice luminance gel that's just going to give your face a soft glow. And it helps your face look more youthful. And so what I usually show them is like, I will take a squirt of it and mix it with their foundation.
Okay.
And have them apply it. And then, or if I don't do that, then after they've applied it at the end, I will have them do it, just highlight their face with it. I personally feel like that the effect of it is diminished when it's worn under the foundation. That's just that's just my observation. I prefer to mix it with the foundation, or use it as a finger to highlight. And I'm telling you, I've had events for the boutique I go to, 100%, one day, 100% of the women that sit on my stole bought Underglow.
Okay. And the great thing, what I could see with this, based on what you just shared, is that this is the kind of product that even if a person is using another brand of makeup, that this would be your way of introducing Color Me Beautiful and FR and Arpel to that person, because all it takes is one product to be integrated into a person's basic regime, or products that they're using, for them to now have your product on their radar, where once they try this, they say, well, you know what, I like this so much, let me try something. What else do you have? Okay, and that's how we're able to gradually get that customer built into being almost 100% loyal to your brand. So that's great. So 50 and above, and then using it mixing it in with the foundation as a way of displaying what its benefits are. And I would think that would be. And how much do you use when you put in with the foundation? Is it equal? I
just use just one squirt.
Okay.
And then you mix it with your finger. But this is even crazier. When you were at the Civic Center with me?
Yes.
So there was a lady there. I know who she is now, but we sold Underglow to that lady. Well, she lives an hour away.
Wow.
So last year, she came twice to see me just to get Underglow. And she called me the other day. She said, I have been looking everywhere online, all these different companies. I cannot find anything that comes close to this product. And she's coming. I actually shipped her 2. And she said, by the way, I think I want to come do your whole color analysis in August and bring a friend.
Yeah.
So just that one product, like you were just talking about, because it's so unique. She can't find it. I've looked too when it was out of stock, and I can't find it anywhere, and she couldn't find it anywhere. So it's a super, to me, it's a superstar product for my business.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. And I think that, you know, hopefully those of you that are on tonight that perhaps have not given this product a shot or tried it, it is worth, just get one and try it. You know, and you know, this would be, now this is a product that me personally, I have not used it for myself, but I have used it on clients. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try putting it in with the cream to powder and see if that works. That
I
may be
use
a
it
little
every
bit,
day.
'cause see, I can't, I'm just trying, because I don't, I mean, because that would require that you scoop up the cream to powder. So I can see this working really well with liquid and like the morning light. I'm
Right.
not sure if it would be, and that's really what, when I can see using that with a liquid foundation, but I'm not sure about a cream, but I'm going to try it and see.
Now, I use it every day. I can see a difference in my face when I use it and when I don't. I
When
mean,
you
it's just a
don't.
little light glow, and it's just very pretty.
Yeah, but I'm going to see if, you know, if I waste too much product trying to mix it up with the cream to powder.
Well, can you use it? Can you just use it after everything dries? Like use it at the end to highlight your face with it?
I'm going to try it and see. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's one of those products that I just haven't figured out. I haven't tried to integrate it into my regime. Yeah. So, okay. Any questions about this product? Okay. So the next product that is a part of our summer sale is the coconut cleansing cream. And the great thing about this particular product is that it is, of course, a multitasker. It can be a makeup remover for people that want to really just kind of melt their makeup off like in less than 30 seconds. We say the 1 minute cleansing butter makeup melt, but it really will melt it in much faster time. But also it's a great cleanser for those skins. And it looks like I left off part of the, the information, excuse that. But it also is a great cleanser for dry and dehydrated skin. Okay. Anybody have any testimonials on this product and how it is working for you and your clients?
Yes,
Laura
I do.
or Anne?
Yeah, I do have a testimonial.
Okay.
It actually softened the debris or the sebum.
Okay.
For some reason, it does attract the sebum and it just makes it softer. And I'm
Okay.
able to do better extractions with it.
Okay. Okay. So Laura, you're an esthetician.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. That's great.
Yes.
That's great. That's great.
Yes. So that's good because sometimes the steam doesn't work as well. But
I got you.
somewhere I read that coconut is actually a great cleanser.
Yes.
Because it has the surfactants. So that means it attracts the oils, and the oils are trapped in the pores. So might as well just use this. And it's like a wow, this is it.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. All right. Well, that's great. That's great. Great. So, and of course, as Laura was just sharing, you know, this product has coconut oils, got orange fruit extract, rosehip extracts, passion flower extract, and Sarah Alba, which is the equivalent of wild honey. And also that ingredient also has vitamin A in it as well. So great ingredient story. And I'm sure that, you know, as an esthetician, Laura, ingredients are important to you.
Yes.
As you talk to your clients. And so that's great. So it hydrates and softens, and whatever beyond that, believe me, even though it's not written there.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So so you've heard it from someone that is a skincare professional of how great the product works. So that's awesome. And then the Eye Perfection Cream. This is another product that is going to be, that's a part of the summer sale for the month of June. And this is, you know, this product is really considered the end all be all and all for eye care, because it does everything that one needs it to do, whether it's, you know, fine lines or, you know, puffiness. It's kind of a one-stop shop. because it's got so many great ingredients, the CoQ10, vitamin K, the alpha lipoic acid, and of course, it's got the matrixyl, which is one of the peptides. It's got a combination of peptides. Anybody have any testimonials on this particular product?
I think it's really good. I mean, it's in my experience, any eye product is not going to work unless you apply it correctly.
That's
and
right.
I just learned how to apply it correctly, and I think that the technique plus the product is going to make a lot of difference, just to reduce the puffiness.
Yes.
And also remove what happened is with the dark circles, that is blood that is stagnated for whatever reason, whether they don't go to sleep early or or some stress.
Yes.
But just moving that stagnation by just doing those circles,
Yes.
it's better to, so perhaps in the manual it says how to do those manipulations with the cream as well.
Now, the way that we have been training for eye care is the fourth finger, the ring finger, because it applies the least amount of pressure, and to go counterclockwise.
Yes.
But so many, while we talk about that on a regular basis, your typical client does just the opposite. They're pulling, they're stretching, they're going, the opposite direction. And again, back to that original opening statement, a conversation with us should really get a client on the right path, and to the point where when she leaves your presence, she feels like she has been educated on the right thing to do, the right products to use, and how to use them.
Yes, for the longest I hear that a stipple really is not doing nothing. It's just pounding at a balloon with water.
Yes.
It's not doing nothing, just aggravating.
Right.
But definitely the technique of the finger is a plus.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like you said, coming from someone that is educating them, they feel much better served than just selling a product.
Yeah. And the thing is, whether you're applying eye cream or whether you're putting concealer, no matter what product, the eye area is so fragile and requires such tender, loving care that anything that we're using around the eye, whether it's a concealer, whether you're putting foundation on there, the same principle applies. And if you do that, you're going to find that the aging process, because so many times by the time, an individual comes to us and wants to have our help, you're trying to reverse damage that has been done prior to them coming to you. And but the best thing that we can do is, as we're dealing with our 20s and our 30-year-old and 40-year-old customers, getting them trained early enough so that they can do more preventive maintenance as opposed to corrective.
Right.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes, this oligopeptide could be also a resource from the ocean. So if that is a marine element, then that's it. I mean, that's a wonderful resource that you can give to yourself.
Absolutely. 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 So, so again, I think we pulled out the stops in terms of selecting products for the for this particular sale. Now, if I had to think about products that you can easily demonstrate where a client can see immediate results, I think the Underglow could be one, because I think that Beth's statement about how, when she goes and does events and she puts the product in, because one of the best things when we're out and we're meeting new clients, everybody that you meet is using something. It may not be a prestige brand, but they're using something. And so our goal has to be to get them to leave or to try one product that has the ability to be able to work in conjunction with what they're already using, right? And so, and one of the best things, whenever we talk about closing sales and introducing our products to people, one of the things that we talk about is, asking that key question, if I could help you change or fix one thing about your face or, you know, anything, what would it be? And generally, whatever she tells you that she wants you to help her with is the one thing that she probably will leave with if you have the products to be able to sell to her that day. Because when we solve problems, when we create solutions for problems, we gain customers.
Right.
Right?
Good. Yes.
And I'm sure Laura, you know, as an esthetician, you know, you've got people coming to you for the services to fix things. So, but that fix that they're going to get, they're spending time and resources to come to have you do things to their face, but then they need to do something past or post that appointment with you. Right. And with us, as you know, even though we are not licensed, we all are not licensed estheticians, we still can consider ourselves, you know, skincare product professionals, because if we know the products, we know how the products work, we have the information that we know how the products should be applied, who should be using them, when they should be used, then we are giving information that is as valuable as if they were coming and sitting in and really getting counseling, you know, from a esthetician. We just don't have the ability or the skill set to be able to deliver the end service of facials and things like that. Right. But we can certainly talk to the customer in a powerful enough way, right, that she understands. But right, the honey and almond scrub, along with the Floyd Roberts exfoliating facial scrub and primer. Yes.
Sharon, this is Sylvia. I have a question about the eye perfection cream. Mm-hmm. Where to apply it just underneath the eye and not the whole the eyelid, or is it just for, you know, the under eye?
Well, we say around the eye. So, you know, I would say that yes, you can, unless the person has said to you, or you know that they have some type of sensitivity on their eyelid. I mean, when we talk about eye area, we're talking about the entire eye, you know. So I don't see any reason, and I think everybody that is using this product is using it around the entire eye area.
Another question is, how long will it take for you to see results? You know, I know that we're supposed to use it continuously, but some people might think that it's supposed to get rid of the puffiness immediately.
Well, you can, the best thing for you to do is to stand by the clinical test that we've already run. Now, the clinical testing has not been done, you know, so here you figure, we say results show 44.9% reduction of deep wrinkles. Okay, so that's one, you know, kind of test that you could share. And then it says 16.6% increase in lifting effects. Okay, so that would mean that it's tightening, which should have some efficacy in terms of the puffing, because if the skin is being lifted and tightened, then that should help in the you know, in the puffiness reduction. Okay, and then it says 14.4% reduction of roughness within 2 months of daily use. So 2 months would be the least amount of time that you should be willing to go out on the limb and talk about it. But, you know, I always ask the person when they are really adamant about getting a timeline for when a product is going to work. I ask them, how long have you been dealing with the problem? And that gives a little bit of a wake-up call, because if you've had this problem for 10 years, you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Okay. So, but what you can give them is the clinical results. We tested this, and this is what the results give. So people that are looking for kind of, and you can give ranges of time, but you also have to stress that it's important that they are using it according to the directions, because so many times a customer will take a product like this, for example, and they may only use it once a day. Okay, or they may not even do it every day. Some days they may not, so you should say with if the person is following the direction, here are the results that we can share with you in terms of when we did the clinical study. And that is probably as deep as you can go. I would be very careful. You can say you should see some visible signs of improvement, as long as you're using the products according to direction, within 2 to 3 months. Maybe give them a range.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Okay. And so, we're not going to tarry too long with the rest of these. But the thing that I wanted to just share with you with the honey and almond scrub and the Floyd Roberts facial scrub and primer are that these are 2 products that you can, with a Q-tip, okay, that if you are gonna go and do an event, I'm telling you, this is the best demo, and people get excited. So you would be, talking to them and say, this is a product that you're gonna use on your face once, no more than twice a week, based on your skin type. And based on what I see, you're talking to her and you're doing all this at the same time. And if you use this, what you're going to see is that your skin is going to be smoother, clearer, and brighter. And be quiet. And the next thing, what you do is then, I'm going to bring my Kleenex in here. So I'm just going to wipe it off with my hands. But if you do just that little bit, you can see the difference between the exfoliated hand and the non-exfoliated. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. And then you have her feel it, and you have her smell it, because you got honey, you got almonds. Now, the only person that you don't want to get anywhere near with is somebody that tells you they're allergic to nuts. Okay. Because the worst thing to do is have somebody at your counter crying, shedding tears. Except tears of joy. That's the only kind of tears you want shed at anywhere near you. Okay. All right. So, but the honey and almond scrub and the Floyd Roberts exfoliating facial scrub and primer are 2 products that literally you can do a 1-minute demo and you can get people excited about it. It's for men, it's for women. It can serve as a mask. It can serve as a surface exfoliant. The thing is in that 30-second demo or 20-second demo, you are going to be telling them everything about the product. You have to tell them that this is a product for their face, okay? Because with you doing it on their hands, their natural tendency is going to think that it's a body product. So you have to tell them this is what you're going to be using on your face. You're not going to put it around your eye area, but you're going to use this once, no more than twice a week. And you're going to see almost immediate clearing, brightening. The skin is going to have more clarity. It's going to be smoother, and it's going to feel and look better. And your products are going to work better, because when you have removed dead skin cells, and this is probably what a client can use in between going to get the professional facials from their esthetician. Mm-hmm. Right? So Laura, how do you deal with your clients in terms of their at-home care after they've had a facial with you?
Well, for example, today I have a gentleman, it's a kid that I did ask if he had a peanut allergy, because I was going to suggest this, but I think because his skin is very sensitive, as a matter of fact, he came very red. Okay. And the mother wants something for the shower. So I think I'm going to go with a papaya scrub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And just again, this is a kid, 24-year-old man that has autism, so he doesn't speak.
Okay.
But he has a lot of milia around here. So he definitely needs an exfoliator.
Exfoliator, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with the papaya, and also with the cleanser for a scrub around his nose, it's all congested. So Like
Yeah.
I said, it's just kind of trying to put a package together for him.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and as you know, and that's basically what we're going to be doing too. We're putting together, we should be, when we are talking to clients, okay, and we should be showing them everything that you have
Yes.
that they need. They will break it down and extract, and you know, they'll add and subtract throughout the conversation. Okay, it's not for us to predetermine whether the person is going to want it. You show them everything, because every time that we educate the client and show them all of the products that they need, sometimes you'll be surprised that they'll just say, well, you know what, just give me all of it.
Right.
And at other times they'll say, you know, well, I'll take this and this today, and then I'll come back and get the other. So, but the worst thing that we can do is piecemeal the product and not share the entire package of products that the client needs.
Right.
Agreed?
I agree.
Okay.
Definitely. Yes.
So, and then the next product, and then we're gonna shut it down for the night. Of course, you know, for your clients that are looking to get rid of hyperpigmentation, age spots, and things like that, the Enlighten system is certainly the way to go. This is the one product from the Enlighten line that is on sale for the month of June, the Perfect Tone Moisture Serum. So this is the lightweight version that is designed more for your oilier, you know, combination skins. This particular product, the Perfect Tone Moisture Serum, does have the, you know, probably the highest, next to the highest percentage of the umbilica, which is, you know, the key ingredient that's in the product. But of course, you've got vitamins A, E, the mulberry extract, which also has some lightening effects, and as well as the algae extract. And so this is the product that's going to help the client to be able to get that even skin tone that she is looking for. The key thing that you have to remember whenever you're using this particular product, that you have to end, the last product that you're going to end with has to be an SPF, because if the client is using anything in the Enlighten system and not using an SPF sunblock, then we're doing her a disservice, because it's almost like she's winning over here and losing over here. It's going to be a constant battle that her skin is on, because the sun wants to reverse whatever the Enlighten serum has done to make her skin even. And so you have to, there's no exception to the rule with using an SPF with this particular product.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
And really, SPF is something that we should be using, period. Okay, no matter what, you know, and it's just the dermatologists are saying 30 is the standard now, but you know, there's certainly products that are out there on the market that have much higher, and you know, what's your philosophy on that, Laura, as an esthetician?
Yes, well, that was the one thing that I sent the client with, definitely SPF. And of course, well, the kid has autism. He doesn't want to put anything in his face and all that. And so I always recommend at least a hat, you know,
Okay, yeah.
Yes, definitely. Because the cancer and the sun damage that is right now, we are in the Northeast. It is incredible. These are coming up the months, but even through the winter, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Yes.
It's very important to protect the ears and the neck and all that.
Everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And funny, because once I hear from you, the whole system of the lining is now, when I'm getting clients with hyperpigmentation, it's like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So really, I have 2 clients already that I line up to use the system.
Okay.
So it's a very, very good. And they just
but the product is amazing. And what I find interesting is that once the product has done what it's supposed to do and the skin is even, they don't want to stop using it, you know. And I said, well, you really don't have to use it once it does what, you know, you can use the vitamin C and all that. But a lot of times they are fearful that if they stop using it, that it's going to go back. But as long as they are using that sunblock and using their, you know, basic maintenance products, they're fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then, of course, we already talked about this, so we don't have to go through that. You just need to know that between those two products, the Honey and Almond Scrub and the Floyd Roberts, the formulas are different. So they both have crushed almonds, they both have honey, but the difference in the Floyd is that it has also the walnut shell powder, which is going to give a little bit more intense exfoliation, and it also has collagen in it, and which the Honey and Almond Scrub does not. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So you guys are ready to go out there and have conversations with your clients and give them good information so that when they leave you, they will know that they have been in the presence of knowledge, experience, passion for your products, and just a desire to be able to help the person to be the best them that they can be. That's it. Okay. So if there are no questions, I thank you for joining us tonight. And Jaquel, you good? You got any questions?
No, thank you though.
Okay, Sylvia?
No, not anymore.
Okay, okay. Cheryl, you good?
I'm good. This was very helpful. Thank you.
Good. Yarcel?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to get Charlene, you had a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask quickly, and there's like a flashback, little echo, but I was just trying to see if you knew if the Memorial Day sale was just extended for today only on the brand sites, the 40% off. It was extended. Was it just for today that it was extended? Do you know?
Well, see, I mean, I test all the codes when I go to do an order. I'm gonna find a code. Okay, so I don't get caught up on the because if one doesn't work, you can find another one that will work. So I would just consider that it could be today or tomorrow that one will go off, but you can rest assured that there'll be another one that'll be coming right behind it.
Okay, I just
and whenever a new promo code is introduced, I'm always going to send it out and post it so that you will know that it's switched over. Okay, so I keep an eye out on that for you, so that you are not getting frustrated with the process of putting it in and it's saying that it's not valid.
okay.
So, but yeah, you can, I'm sure they generally go a day or two after whatever the holiday is that they've been promoting.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. But if you go and you try to use it and it doesn't work, just send me an email and I'll find you another one. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Not a problem. Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Robin, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. All right. I saw how old is your son that had a birthday?
He's 27. I had him when I was 10.
He looks young. He looks very young.
He's 27.
27. Okay. That's good. That's good. Congratulations to you and him for and your daughter and everything. So that's great. Okay, ladies. It's great to see you. Cheryl, I'm loving you in that convertible, girl, and your profile picture. That's too cute.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, ladies, have a great evening. Get some great beauty rest. And start some conversation.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good night.
Okay. All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Bye.